Alcock. Alcock knee balls.
That's me.
Alright folks, back again, Yakka Travels with my Mara, Bullock Outdoors.
You know what makes sense.
The main man. Aye, we're out on another camp. It's a midweek camp. I've got holidays left to use with it being the end of the year, so...
Yeah, I'll get the gate.
You get the gate, Mara, thanks very much. So I thought, I'll stick a couple in and get out with him on one of his wild camps. Why not? Today, we've just come near Grasmere, haven't we? Parked up near the side of Grasmere.
Yeah, that's where we're camping, on the sign.
And we're going to Alcock Tarn. It's going to be back to front, right, but you know. Aye, so we're going to do a camp at Alcock Tarn. We've just had a look at the map. It doesn't look that far to get to. Looks about an hour up there. I think the circular walk's about 2 hours, so shouldn't take us too long to get up there with our heavy bags as per usual. But I'll see you when we get a bit further up. Whew. So I'm just having a little blow. We're both absolutely knackered already. We're just parked down there. It's in between like Thirlmere and Grasmere. Canny little spot. Nice short walk up there. Why? Saying short, it's still about an hour up. An hour feels about 3 hours when you've got one of these on your back, like.
It's an hour, but it's steep.
It's steep, So we've just got to go up here. Up to Alcock Tarn. So I'll see you when we get a little bit further up. So here we are at Alcock Tarn. It hasn't been too bad of a walk up, to be honest with you. I think it's took us, how long has it took us? About an hour, roughly. About an hour. Obviously, we've been stopping on the way up, getting some shots and everything, but it hasn't took too long. It's a lot chillier up here, we've just been seeing that. There's a lot of frost on the ground, so I think during the night, it's going to be really frosty. I'm hoping, it sounds stupid saying it, but I'm hoping we get some snow. I love it when there's snow in the Lake District. I remember years ago when we first started doing this, we woke up at Alcock Tarn and everything was just snowy. It was brilliant. But we're going to have a little look about. As you can see, it's not a massive tarn, but we're going to try and find a decent little spot overlooking the tarn with some good views as well. So I'll bring you back when we find a good spot. I mean, look at that, guys. That speaks for itself, the views. You can't see it as good, obviously, on this camera, but looking over there is incredible. And look at the views over there. In fact, this is a canny little spot here, isn't it? It's nice and flat, with views all around, so let's get set up. Frosty Jack. So there we go, and we found a brilliant flat spot, right by the tarn.
Sally's your north tent.
He's in the north tent. Flash bastard.
North tent, Vernon Keir.
Vernon Keir. I'm in the good old trusty Coleman Fat X2. which it's me old faithful, it's trusty. It's never let us down yet. Tonight could be the night. But I look at the views, the sun's just starting to set over there. You can see there's a bit of snow on the mountaintops over there. There's nothing here as of yet, but you never know later on, do you?
Frosty Jack later.
But aye, look at that. What a lovely piece of kit. It's only took them half an hour to set it up. Nah, it's been a bit quicker than that. It's always the same when you get a new tent though, isn't it?
Aye.
Takes some doing. But aye.
Nice chilly.
I've got the tent up. I've got a couple of me layers on. I haven't got as many layers on as I want. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to set my airbed up. And I'm going to get a few more layers on before I start getting cold. So aye. Next time you see us, I'll be out there all wrapped up.
Are you some lyrical genius?
We'll have some narrator. You can see. It's frosty already. Just going for a little walk, taking the views, get warm before I put me extra layers on. But what a spot. I mean, look at that. The views over there are incredible. All around, to be honest, we've got a full 360 view. You can't really tell how good it is on a camera compared to the human eye. Whew. Aye, this one should be a good camp. I love a good wild camp. Sorry to disappoint, there's not going to be a lot of history behind this one, but I like to switch things up a bit. I don't want to do the same thing every single video because it just gets a little bit boring, doesn't it? But this is what I started doing first, and I love it. I love the wild camping aspect of it. The stealth camping side I'm not too keen on, but the thing I love the most is going places that do have a little bit of history behind them and are relevant in some sort of way or form. But I mean, you don't have to care about relevance when you look at this. Just unbelievable. The views are absolutely class. I wish that you could see the views as good as what I can see them with my eyes. With my 4 eyes, actually, like, to tell you the truth. HD. But I enjoy this. Getting wrapped up in the winter. The autumn, obviously it is now, leading into winter, but the winter's I think's better. When it's deadly cold, there's not many people on the hills. Half the time you have the fells to yourself. But it's going to be a cold night tonight. Get wrapped up. Nothing a few whiskies can't do to warm us up. So I'm going to gun up and get my other layers on now. So I've just got my thermals on. It's amazing what a few bits of layers can do. I've got 2 pairs of socks on. I've got my shirt under, my fleece, and I'm going to put my synthetic down jacket on. But I'm all set up. I don't usually go into all my gear. I think it's a bit pointless. I'm not one of these that goes into the specifications of it all and the ins and outs. But little nifty things like this. I've got my little pump and my light. I've got my OEX 300. My blow pillow and my Berghaus sleeping mat.
Are you mate?
And I've got someone spying in my tent.
Sellers, you know tent.
Sellers, you know tent. But I'm all wrapped up. I'm going to get my boots back on and I'm going to do some moving about to keep the blood flowing. So I'll see you in a second when we'll be having a couple of shots of whiskey, isn't that right? Yes. Just been getting all my food out as well. So there's my cooking pot for tonight. I've got my gas over there, my stove's inside. I've got some golden vegetable rice, some stag chili, and I've bought some old El Paso standing stuff tortilla bowls. I've got some onions and some jalapenos, which I've slipped inside there. I've got some Leerdammer cheese, which is going to go on top.
Get a shot of that, mate.
Oh,
Canadian whiskey.
and we've got this to warm us up tonight. Some barefaced liar whiskey. Quick for me. Have a little slurple of that. Oh, very nice. Canadian whiskey. So we'll be doing a review on that later on, won't we?
Certainly, ding dong do.
So head across to the Blot Outdoor Show to watch that later on. Because I won't be showing that. That's his thing. That's what he wants to do. However, we will be doing a little wine review later on this week's wine, which is Jammy Red by Busby. It's an Australian wine. I don't mind Australian wine. They're very nice. But we're going to have a little slurp of that later and see what we think of that. So tune in for that a little bit later on. But now I'm just going to continue, get my jacket on, my boots back on, and I'm going to get out and have a little walk about and take in the views before the sun goes down. Because it is at that point now where it's just heading down behind the mountains there, so it'll be getting dark soon. So I'll see you in a second.
Looks like I've stretched that in a bit out a bit better there. Oh, yes.
It's always good when you stretch it out and it's a bit better. Go on then, show us your new tent. Climb inside. Climb inside.
Recording like.
Aye. Poshest of the posh. What are them?
Heated glove dingoes.
Bloody hell, I didn't know you had a pair of them.
I've never mentioned it before.
No, you haven't, no.
My contents original.
Oh, it is. Aye, there's the tent up. And there's the sun just coming down behind the mountains. Temperature's getting a bit colder already. Starting to drop. I've got all my warmer gear on, so hopefully that keeps us warm through the night. If it doesn't, who knows what will happen. But I think we're going to get our chairs set up and have a bit sit out, aren't we?
You better believe
Just sit out until it gets unbearably cold, which by the feels of it, it won't be long. Mint. Look at that sunset. It's going to get drastically colder once that sun guns down properly. I think we've got a bit of time left. I'm going to go for a little walk about, get myself warmed up before we sit down. Because once you sit down, you start getting cold straight away. Doesn't matter how many layers you've got on to keep the warm that you've already got existing in you in, you do get cold. I just tend to walk about a little bit, especially on a night time before you get in your sleeping bag. It's always good to get in your sleeping bag warm. I think a lot of people have the misconception that your sleeping bag's gonna make you warm, which it isn't the case, because if you're freezing cold and you get into a freezing cold sleeping bag, you're just like an ice ball in a freezer basically. But aye, here's another canny little spot here. This would have been ideal. I mean, look at the view here. Overlooking the lake. A little bit different. But I think we've got the best spot there, next to the Tarn. It's windy here as well, to be honest with you. I think we've definitely got the best spot there. But I'm going to head back up there, get my chair up. I'm going to have a sit and chill with him and have a few shots of whiskey to warm the old bones. See you in a second. Speaking of cans,
I'll be getting mine out soon.
this is my tipple for tonight.
The last of me clear out.
4 cans of Rosa Blanca from Mallorca. Very nice beer, not the highest percentage, but very tasty. And then of course, I've got my Jammy Red for later on, which we'll be sampling. Montaigne.
Nathan.
Cheers guys, first one of the night. Delightful. Whew. So we've been stood outside for a little bit, having a few cans. Oh. Nice Rosa Blanca. He's got a few IPAs. I think he's got 2 Elvis juice there and 2 other ones. I'll have a look. Actually, good looking. Brew York Time Travelling Taxi. We've got 2 little wines each there, and then obviously we've got the whiskey. But we've been stood outside, absolutely freezing our nads off. It's getting really cold now that the sun's come down. I think the last time I got a clip, the sun was just coming down, but the temperature has definitely dropped.
George Michael.
I am. But we're all wrapped up. We're enjoying a few cans, and then we're going to probably just go inside once we get too cold, but we're trying to hold out as long as we can, aren't we?
Aye.
But we're going to get inside, have a bit chill and get the tunes on. So the next time you see us, we'll probably be wrapped up in my tent there. See you in a bit. Ow. Oh yes, look what my mother's just brought over. Some Wild West beef jerky. We've had the speaker on. We've been listening to a few tunes, haven't we?
And right.
Yes. Been having a good few drinks. Gonna have a little snackski now. Brr.
Brr.
Brr. Brr fish. Brr.
Matron.
Yes.
Oh yes, Mandingo.
Yes. The bare-faced.
Bare-faced liar. Canadian whiskey in it.
It is, aye. And we've got the good old Campo Viejo red wineskis. We've had 2 little miniatures. Got another 2, haven't we? And this whiskey and that bottle of wine there. Wow.
We'll be squash burgers.
But
we'll
this-
be squash burgers.
We'll be squash burger. This is definitely keeping us warm. Bare-faced, lovely.
It is nice.
As you can probably see in my last clip, it's blown a hoolie out there now. The door's gone absolutely crackers. He's just been on the phone to his lass, checking in on Mrs. Blot. But now we're going to get the tunes back on. I'm going to drink some more of this whiskey, so the next time you see us, we might be a little bit worse for wear. I think we already are to start with.
Right on.
So, we've got the jelly snakes on the go. We've
Lovely.
had a good few drinks now.
I don't even eat this shit in the house, you know.
Yeah. I don't eat much kit, really, like. I try not to. Sometimes at work we'll get a little bag of kit. Or,
When you come out camping, you've got to get in the kit, like, haven't you?
like, kit meaning sweets, by the way, because outside the northeast, kit has a very different meaning. Kit, it does, though, doesn't it? You've got to disclose this sort of thing. So kit in the northeast means sweets.
So you say, you go around the shop
Aye.
and get a bag of kits.
Get a bag of kits.
Like a packet of sweets.
Kits. It's sweets.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
So yeah, we're not on about what you think we're on about, guys. We're on about kits. Kits is a very northeast thing, like, and I don't know where it's come from, but God knows. But we're having a few kits. We're gonna have a little bit more whiskey, and then I think we're gonna do the whiskey review. Actually,
got
aren't
a
we?
full bottle of wine over there as
Full
well.
bottle of wine over there as well. So it's coming next. Right on.
Right on.
So it's your presentation skills. We've got a few of Cadbury's Dairy Milk Orange Flingers. They've got a front, but I'll try to reverse them for you. Lovely.
Not bad.
Businesses.
Setting a finger up yours.
Much better. Yes, some Trevento. I've just picked it up. Look at that. It's got frost on the bottle. That's how cold it is, guys. It's really cold. Obviously the alcohol inside will not freeze, but the outer bottle will, where it's been sat on the ground. So we're gonna have a couple of little wines, aren't we?
Yes.
Yes. What you got? That's finger.
Chocolate fingers.
Chocolate fingers. So we've just been sat having a few drinks. As you can see, the wind is most definitely picking up outside. It's blown absolute madness out there now. But
Blowing a gale plot.
we've got some lovely red wine in here.
Why I'm cultured.
He's got Caserio del Diablo.
Why I'm some Bonnie Lad Adventures.
And I've got Trevento, which is a Malbec apparently.
Why some Here's Outdoors.
Oh, we're cultured. But we're going to have these.
fucking rice cakes.
Rice cakes. Right, folks, this is what we've got this week. It's the jammy. It's a jammy red,
Sorry,
held
mate.
up there confidently by Blot, but it's by Busby. It's an Australian wine. That's all we know. But let's have a go now. So I poured a little bit in the cup. Have a little sniff first.
Scotch and sniff.
So straight away, it's quite a fruity smell. It's like a dark fruit. Can't really tell a lot by the smell though, can you? Do you want to have a little sniff of that? What do you think?
It has got a fruity element to it. I would say, for me, it's more of like a... It's reminding us of when I was a kid, when I was a little skid. I mean, Nana would make... She would make stewed plums. It's got like a plummy smell.
Plummy? Plummy?
Go on, get my plums in your mouth.
Lovely. In these nostrils. I can get what you're saying about the plum. A bit of like a dark fruits. But anyway, let's have a little taste and see what it really thinks. Look at your crease before we even started. I've had a good few drinks, guys. I've had a little bit of whiskey, a little bit of wine. Oh, he's going to put some more in.
A little bit of whiskey.
We've already had a little bit of this. But it's got a great taste. It's definitely tastes of fruits, dark fruits. And the plum, it's got that little tang of a plum. It's not a proper tangy wine. You know, sometimes you get like an acidic wine. I don't like that. Or if you get a Merlot, it's quite a mellow taste. I like something with a bit of punch, and this has got a little bit of punch. Would you like to be again?
Yes, I can.
Go on then, have a Glegskies.
Gleggies taxis.
Gleggies taxis.
For me, it's quite... Well, it's very flavourful. It's quite tarty, but like in a nice way. You know, like Cats Later from EastEnders.
Like that way.
You know, she's a tart, but at the same time, she's probably going to taste nice.
Jesus.
But I said like a plummy...
I get what you're saying though.
I said like a plummy taste. It has got like plum, blackberries, black currants, sharp
definitely dark fruits in it.
Lovely tangy taste. Very nice indeed. And I'm no wine expert. I'm kind of fully in Chris's lead on this.
Right, Cats Later and that.
Cats Later.
It's definitely not too much of an overbearing taste, is it? Not too acidic. It's just nice, actually, isn't it?
I mean, like I said, I'm no wine expert, but for me, if I had that while I was eating a nice steak, oh yes.
I love a good Malbec when you have a steak. Like Malbec goes good with the steak.
And a bit of good Melback.
Melback, aye. But very nice wine, I think. Quite a dark wine. What would you give it out of 10? I'd probably say about 8.5. I really like it.
I would give it a good 7.5. Like
7.5.
I have enjoyed that. Like I say, we might seem like peasants, mate. Right. It's an inexpensive wine.
I think when I look back now, I think I got it for about £7 odd at Asda. So it wasn't an expensive wine, but it's got a nice flavour. I like going for the little odd ones. I look at the labels sometimes, and it's hard to determine what's going to be nice by looking at the
always
actual
get
wine
one on
itself.
Special, don't you?
I always look at one.
£20 down
and if
to
it's
£12.
if it's got a funky looking label, I'll try that one. So this was the case with this one, but I think it's really nice.
Well, you've made a good choice, and I'll stick with my score of 7.5.
Right, there we go. Right, so that's an overall score of 35 million, as he would normally work out with his maths.
Something like that.
And I really enjoy that. Really nice wine.
Good one, mate.
Dark wine, but good wine. So thanks for tuning in.
Right.
Next time you see us, I'll be cooking you scran.
So there's your Wasky review.
Nice dingoes, white's great.
Nice.
So there's my wine review. So that's it. I've had a great night with me mate. He's gone back to his tent there. I'm in my tent. Like on. I think I'm just going to climb my sleep bag and walk a bit. I don't even think I'm going to cook my food tonight. That's a serious answer. But I will see you in the morning, no matter what. Good night. Yes. Oh. Good morning, folks. Oh, dear me. It's about 8:15. Oh, it's broad daylight outside now. Wow. Didn't even cook me food last night. I think we just got too drunk too quick, didn't we?
Two smash burgers.
Two smash burgered. I've still got my food there. We did have a lot of snacks last night, like, so I definitely lined my stomach, so I'm not absolutely starving. I've had a good sleep, to be honest with you. I think it's the wine and the whiskey that's helped us. But first impressions, getting up, feel a little bit ropey. I'm going to go out for a wee, pull myself together and see how I feel, and then start packing up. Normally feel all right once I start packing up, but we shall see. So yeah, see you once I've come back in and brave the cold outside. Right. Fellas, you know tent. It's a little bit frosty on the ground. We thought it'd be colder than this, like, didn't we? There's not a lot of frost on the tent. It's a little bit. It's definitely cold enough. My goodness. Whew. Whew. Aye, it's a brisk morning today. As you can see, the views are class. The sun's just starting to come up. Oh. Been for a tinkle. A little bit walkabout for some fresh air, just to try and get myself kick-started into packing away. Had a really good sleep last night. I slept through till about 5 this morning, I think, and then I woke up, and I think you get that little bit chill straight away. I managed to turn over and get back to sleep, and now I'm up. Definitely is freezing now, like, it's a lot colder than it was when we got here last night. As you can see, there's some patches of frost on the ground, but yeah, look at that view, man. Absolutely class. Whew. Right, I'm going to go for a little toddle about, and then I'm going to go back and start packing up, because I just can't wait to get to McDonald's for a nice hot coffee and a breakfast. Depending on what time we get there, it's probably going to be a breakfast. Right, see you when I'm packed up. Alcock Tarn. What a spot. I think we've got a visitor over there, little sheep. I know one thing, it's absolutely freezing. All that food, uncooked. What a waste. Why, it's not a waste, I'll have it when I get home.
No, mine not going to waste, like.
Definitely not, mate. So that's it, folks, all packed away. That's where I was. That's where he was. Whew. Rubbish on my backpack. Ready to go. Lovely fresh morning. Straight down to Wetherspoons. Oh. Well, that's us off. Backpack's on. Heading back down to the car. Oh, it's absolutely freezing. It's just the wind. It's absolutely cutting. Yeah, I think it'll take us less than an hour to get back down with it. It takes about an hour to get up here. It's always a struggle when your bag's full, but my bags are a hell of a lot lighter. Minus our food, which we both didn't cook last night, which is just a true reflection of how truly smash-burgered we were.
Graham Crangled.
Right, see you a bit further down.
So as you know, tent.
Aye, goodbye, Alcock Tarn. Why I'm good at all. Yes. Nice. Woo. Absolutely brass monkeys. Dear me. Definitely in the minuses. Well, evidently because all the water that's lying around is frozen. Phew. Dear me. Plain sailing now, folks. Just got to get down to the bottom of this hill and the car's waiting for us. Buzzing. So that's us nearly back to the car. I've had a brilliant time, have you?
Absolutely brilliant, mate.
It's been a bit nippy this morning, but what do you expect in the autumn? We were just saying there, it's nicer, isn't it? When you come over in the autumn,
Lovely.
the weather's crisp, there's not as much rain,
No midges.
no snow, which I'm a bit disappointed about, but you can't have it always. But I hope you've enjoyed it. It's been a bit different from the other videos. No history on this one or anything of interest, but a beautiful place to come. But yeah, I'll be back with another adventure soon. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'd like to thank everyone who's commented as well. There's been some lovely comments. I do read all the comments and they are greatly appreciated. If you know any places as well that you'd like us to go, leave it in the comments, because I am looking for more places. I've got a really long list at the minute, I keep saying to him, of places where I'm fancying going. So if there's anywhere spooky or abandoned or anything like that that you'd like us to go, let us know in the comments. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Catch us next time.
Right.
Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. See you later, folks. Right.